everyone. Welcome back to A1 English Podcast, the podcast where real conversations help you learn real English.
I'm Jack.
And I'm Jessica, and we are so happy you are here with us today.
If you are watching or listening to us for the first time, welcome to the family. You are in the right place.
And if you are a regular listener, thank you. Seriously, your support means the world to us.
Before we start today, please take 2 seconds and hit that subscribe button. It is free, it takes 1 second, and it helps us keep making episodes like this one.
And drop a comment below. Tell us, where are you learning English from? We love reading your messages.
Okay, now let's talk about today's topic.
Oh, I love today's topic because this one confuses so many people.
Even people who have been learning English for years.
Today, we are talking about 2 tiny little words that cause huge confusion for English learners around the world.
Make and do.
Yes, make and do. Simple words, right? But do you really know when to use each one?
If you have ever asked yourself, do I make homework or do homework? Or do I do a mistake or make a mistake? This episode is made for you.
And here's the good news. By the end of this episode, you will never confuse make and do again. I promise.
Not perfect, but confident. And confidence is what matters most in English.
Let's go. Okay, Jack, let me ask you something. When you think about the word make, what comes to mind?
Honestly, cooking, like making a sandwich or making coffee.
Right. That is exactly what most learners think. Make means to create something, but it is so much more than that.
And do, what do people think do means?
People think do is just for actions, like doing exercise, doing work. But again, it is more complicated in real life.
So the problem is not that these words are difficult. The problem is that textbooks only give you 1 or 2 examples, and then you go into real life and everything feels confusing.
Exactly. And then learners just guess. Sometimes they get it right, sometimes they get it wrong, and they never really learn the rule.
So today, we're going to give you a real rule, a rule that actually works.
Not a boring grammar rule that you forget in 5 minutes, a real, simple, practical rule that you can use every day.
Let's start with the big picture.
Okay, so here is the simplest way to think about make and do.
I'm listening.
Okay. Make is for creating, producing, or causing something. When something new exists because of your action, you probably use make.
Give me an example.
You make a cake. The cake now exists. You made it. You created it.
Perfect. And do?
Do is for actions, tasks, and activities, especially general ones. When you are performing an activity or a duty, you use do.
You do your homework. You do the laundry. You do your job.
Exactly. No new thing is created. You're just performing a task.
That is actually really clear. Make create something. Do perform something.
Yes. Hold that in your head. We'll come back to it again and again.
All right, let's go deeper on make first.
Yes. So we said make is about creating or producing something. But let's look at all the situations where we use make.
Situation number 1, creating physical things.
This is the most obvious one. You make food, you make a cup of tea, you make dinner, you make a dress, you make a model airplane.
These are all things that physically exist after you make them.
Right. Now here's where it gets interesting. Situation number 2, making plans and decisions.
Wait, plans are not physical things. You can't touch a plan.
Exactly. But in English, plans and decisions are treated like things you create. So we say, I made a plan, she made a decision, they made an arrangement.
Oh, that is interesting. So even non-physical things can be made.
Yes, and that's what confuses learners. Make is not just about physical objects.
Okay, give us more examples.
Sure. You make a promise, you make a suggestion, you make a complaint, you make a comment, you make an offer.
All of these are things you produce with your words or your mind.
Perfectly said. Now, situation number 3, make with money and communication.
Okay.
You make money, you make a call, you make a speech, you make a presentation, you make a noise.
Wait, you make a call, not do a call?
Exactly. In English, we say make a call, not do a call. This is one of the most common mistakes.
Okay, everyone, write that down. Make a call, not do a call.
And make a noise, not do a noise. Make a speech, not do a speech.
These are so common. People say them wrong all the time.
Even advanced learners, so do not feel bad if you have been saying it wrong. Now you know.
Let's do a quick practice. I'll say a situation. You tell me if it's make or something else.
Let's do it.
You are cooking pasta for your family tonight. What do you say?
I am making pasta for dinner tonight because you are creating food.
Perfect. Your boss wants you to speak in front of 50 people at the office. What do you say?
I have to make a presentation tomorrow, creating communication.
Excellent. You call your mother every Sunday. How do you describe this?
I make a call to my mother every Sunday. Classic example.
Great. Everyone listening at home, did you get those right? If yes, amazing. If not, that is perfectly okay. This is new and it takes practice.
All right, now let's talk about do.
Do, the action word.
Right. So we said do is for tasks, duties, and activities. Let me break this down.
Situation number 1.
Do for general activities and work. You do your homework. You do the dishes. You do the laundry. You do your job. You do your best.
These are all tasks or jobs, things you are responsible for doing.
Exactly. And notice, no new thing is created. When you do the dishes, you are not creating dishes. When you do homework, you are completing a task.
That is such a clear way to think about it.
Now, situation number 2, do for physical exercise and sport.
Ooh, this is a big one.
Yes. In English, we almost always say do for exercise. You do yoga, you do Pilates, you do aerobics, you do martial arts, you do gymnastics.
Wait, but what about swimming or running?
Great question. With specific sports that have a clear name, especially ball sports, we use play. You play football, you play basketball, you play tennis.
But for general exercise activities, especially ones without a ball, we use do.
Mostly, yes. So, do yoga, do Pilates, do weights, but play football, play tennis, play golf.
And what about swimming, running, cycling?
For those, we usually just say go swimming, go running, go cycling. The verb go is used for outdoor activities, but we're keeping today's focus on make and do.
Good point. Let's stay focused.
Okay, situation number 3, do for duties and jobs.
Give us some examples.
You do business, you do someone a favor, you do the shopping, you do the cleaning, you do the cooking. Wait, hold on.
Wait, do the cooking. But earlier you said make dinner. Is cooking different?
Oh, this is such a great catch, and this is where it gets a little tricky.
Okay, explain this to us.
When you're talking about the task or the responsibility of cooking, like it is your duty to cook tonight, you say do the cooking. You are describing the chore.
And when you're talking about creating a specific meal?
Then you use make. I made dinner. I made pasta. You are describing the product you created.
So, who is doing the cooking tonight? That is the duty. Versus, I made chicken soup for dinner. That is the product.
Perfectly explained. You see, English is not confusing. Once you understand the logic, it makes total sense.
I love that.
Okay, now let's do another quick practice. Everyone at home, get ready.
I will say the sentence. You complete it with make or do.
Let's go.
Every morning, I try to exercise for at least 30 minutes.
Do exercise. It is a task, an activity. Do exercise.
She forgot to her homework last night.
Do her homework. A responsibility, a task. Do homework.
He is going to A speech at the wedding.
Make a speech. Producing communication, make.
Excellent. See, you're already getting it.
You are. Keep going. Do not stop now.
All right, let's talk about the most common mistakes people make with make and do.
Yes, and please, if you have made these mistakes before, do not worry. These are so common. Even very advanced learners make them.
Mistake number 1.
People say, I did a mistake. Very common. But actually, the correct phrase is, I made a mistake.
I made a mistake, not I did a mistake.
A mistake is something you produce or cause, so make a mistake, always.
Mistake number 2.
People say, can you do me a call later? But the correct phrase is, can you make me a call later? Or even simpler, can you give me a call?
Make a call, not do a call. This one is so common.
Super common. People hear doing things and just use do for everything. But calls, make.
Mistake number 3.
People say, I need to make my homework. Very common among learners.
Oh yes, homework sounds like something you create, so people think make.
I understand the logic, but homework is a task, a duty, a responsibility. So do your homework. Always do.
I did my homework last night, not I made my homework.
Exactly.
Mistake number 4.
People say she did a good job, and actually, this one is interesting.
Wait, is that wrong?
It depends. You can say she did a good job and also she made a good job. But actually, in most English-speaking countries, especially American English, she did a good job is more natural and correct.
So did a good job is the right one here.
Yes, made a good job sounds a bit unusual in American English. So remember, you do a good job.
Great example of why rules are tricky. English is full of exceptions.
It really is, but that's also what makes it interesting.
Mistake number 5, and this is a big one.
People say, I need to do a decision. But no, the correct phrase is, I need to make a decision.
Make a decision, not do a decision.
Decisions, plans, suggestions, promises, offers, these are all things you make because you're producing them with your mind. So make a decision, make a plan, make a suggestion, make a promise.
All make, never do for those. Okay, this is the section you need to write down or screenshot. We are going to give you the most important phrases for both make and do.
These are the golden phrases, the ones you will use in real life.
Make phrases. Ready?
Make a mistake, make a decision, make a plan, make a promise, make a suggestion, make an offer, make a call, make a noise, make a speech, make a presentation, make money, make an effort, make progress, make friends, make a difference.
Beautiful. Now, do phrases.
Do your homework. Do the dishes, do the laundry, do the shopping, do your job, do someone a favor, do business, do yoga, do exercise, do your best, do damage, do research, do the cooking, do the cleaning.
Wow, that is a lot of phrases.
It is, and I know that feels overwhelming. So here's my advice. Do not try to memorize all of them at once.
Pick 3 make phrases and 3 do phrases that are most useful for your life right now.
Practice just those 6. Use them in sentences, say them out loud, write them in a text message or an email.
Once those feel natural, add 3 more.
Small steps, consistent practice. That is how English is learned.
Okay, now let's put everything together in a real-life conversation. Listen carefully. We will use make and do naturally, just like in real life.
Imagine 2 friends, Tom and Sarah, are talking at the office on a Monday morning.
Hey, Sarah, how was your weekend?
Oh, it was great. I made dinner for my parents on Saturday. I made a big roast chicken. It turned out amazing.
That sounds delicious. I did nothing productive. I just watched TV and did the laundry.
Well, at least you did something. Oh, did you make a decision about the new project proposal?
Actually, yes. I made a plan last night. I worked out all the details. I also made some calls to the team this morning.
Wow, you did a great job. Our boss is going to be impressed.
I hope so. I've been making an effort to do better at work this month.
It shows. Hey, can I make a suggestion?
Of course.
After the meeting, let's do some brainstorming together. I have a few ideas.
Absolutely. I'll make a note of that. See you at 2.
Okay, did you catch all the make and do phrases in that conversation?
Let's count them. Made dinner, made a decision, made a plan, made calls, made an effort, made a suggestion, made a note. That's all make.
And did the laundry, did nothing, did a great job, do better, do brainstorming. Those are all do.
11 natural uses in one short conversation. That is how these words live in real English.
And once you hear them enough times, they start to feel natural. You stop thinking. You just know.
All right, let's do a final review.
Today, we learned that make is for creating, producing, and causing things. When you produce a result, physical, emotional, or communicative, you use make.
And do is for tasks, duties, responsibilities, and activities. When you are performing or completing something, you use do.
We learned the golden phrases like make a mistake, make a decision, make a call, and do your homework, do the dishes, do your best.
We practiced with a real conversation, and we talked about the 5 most common mistakes and how to fix them.
Remember, you're not supposed to be perfect. You're supposed to be learning. And learning takes time. Learning takes mistakes. Learning takes patience.
So keep speaking, keep trying. Even if you make a mistake, and you will make mistakes, that's okay. Every mistake is a lesson.
And every lesson makes you better.
That is the journey.
If this episode helped you, please hit the like button right now. It genuinely helps more people find Miss Podcast.
And if you want more real, natural English conversations like this, subscribe to A1 English Podcast. We are here every day, helping you grow.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. It means everything.
Keep practicing, keep improving, and remember,
You can do this.
bye everyone.
See you in the next episode.